Hey, what's up everyone? It's John from Atlas. I am the PR manager and I am going to show you what I do when I started the Conception 2 demo. Um, Basically, after a little bit of exposition, you'll find yourself looking down on this, the world of Atera. And this is kind of where like everyone's hanging out and all the disciples are gathering to learn and study and have all their fun adventures and then go fight deadly, deadly, deadly monsters. So you're going to start off here, and we can check the dorm room, and just this is kind of where all your base actions happen. You can look at skills, you can change your equipment out and everything. Tactics is actually, if you want to automate your battle stuff, you can change some of the base stuff. I always choose save MP so I don't waste any of my mana in the dungeon on auto, but you probably won't want to do that when you're starting out. Take your quests, rest, pass time. System is where you save and load and all that good jazz. Team edit is where you can build your teams. You can see right now we have our main character, our heroine, Fuko, and our first line of Star Children. We've got a gunslinger, a swordist, which is a sword warrior, and a cleric. Pretty balanced all-around line, which is good, but we have two more lines that are locked. We only unlock those once you have 3 children, so the first thing right off the bat is going to be you want to make more babies. You'll notice down here where it says bond points. Bond points are how strong your relationship is right now, and you need bond points to make star children, so obviously that's a big priority to boost up. And you'll notice up here where it says spring, you see these 3 little heart icons. These hearts represent the number of chances we have to talk to the girls. So we can, in the academy, you'll see all the girls are listed, and there's some that we haven't unlocked yet. And we can pick which one we want to talk to. So we'll start with Narika. Explaining, then Narika shows up. And you get your options of what to pick. And sometimes you think, oh, this is going to be really obvious. I'm going to say hi to you. Or like, I came to get you fired up. That seems like the right thing to say. And then she winds up getting angry at you. So all the 7 girls have their own individual personalities. Chloe is actually Klotz's sister. And she's so smart that she's a teacher. Here's Ellie. Ellie is a fan favorite of our office, but I think she's kind of weak to start off with. But she's, I think she's a fire elemental, or she has fire elemental attacks, which are really helpful for the second dungeon. So it's not a bad idea to start off with Ellie. Down here you have some lesser dorks, like Klotz, your best friend you can talk to. This kind of helps reveal more story about the game and about the relationships. But it's not necessary for improving your relationships with the heroines. Yeah, so we talked to him, and our bond point was 50, now it's 135. So we did a fairly good job talking with him, but the good news is we have enough to make a baby. And we'll pick, let's make a child with Narika. Matryoshkas here are the little vessel that contains the Star Child. So you'll occasionally when you're in dungeons you can find rare ones. Or ones that help boost stats, which are really helpful to unlock some of the more advanced star classes. If you don't want to spend all the time grinding out these stats. So you meet in this ritual hall, and then it's time to make a star child, which sounds complicated, but really all it is holding hands, and then magic happens. Actual magic, not figurative magic. So here you can see the Star Children. Over here you'll see what stats you need to make them. If you're under those stats, you can't really start off with that. So you see we're really close to being able to make a merchant. And we do actually have access to a grappler, which is a fairly strong unit early on. So we'll make a grappler. We can select a random name, or we can select our own. We can check out the dorm room. You'll see we have our line set up here. We can edit. Because we don't have 3 babies, we can't make a new line, so we have the option of swapping one out, which we could do. Might not be the best idea, but what the hell. So, since this demo we're about to go through our very first labyrinth, we could do a cool airship here, fly off and go to our first labyrinth. We also get the option to pick which heroine we want to bring with us. So choose wisely. You can also skip around floors too once you've unlocked them, but since we are starting off fresh, going to the beginning, get these fun little transformation sequences. Ta-da! Again, totally okay if you make up your own song to go with this music, because you'll hear it a lot. Fuko dual wields, can't go wrong with that. And there's some weird like pistol blade things. So you'll be in this dungeon, and usually when you start out, the first thing you'll see this green glowy thing, and you'll go over here and it says push X, and when you push X, it kicks you right back outside the dungeon. You're basically a little escape point, and there's one on every level, which is nice, but don't press it, because then you have to go through that whole sequence again. These are little containers. They usually have like potions or mana stuff, but they also contain, sometimes they have weapons, sometimes they have other cool things too. So right here, that little purple thing in the middle of the room, that's a monster. You can go up and attack it. We can sort of skate around it to get to this first. Ooh, a potion. Potions are helpful. So now we'll fight it. So there's a couple things. The game explains this to you a little bit before you get here, but here's your chain drive meter. If you see this little white hash mark over the R, once we get there, we'll lock him down. This guy's too weak where we can't really take advantage of that. Down here, this is your ether density. Ether density, the higher it is, the more chance you have to crit, the faster your guys are, so you could potentially take more turns before your enemy. Over here we have your standard attack stuff. We can either tactics, guard, items, skills, or attack. Too low level to have any skills, so we'll just beat this guy up. You'll see we can move him around in these cardinal directions. Blue arrow is just a normal attack. This red arrow, or orange arrow, is going to be his weak point. So he's weak to the right and to the back, and we can attack him from the flank. And then we have the turn for our line of star babies. We can either put them in the same spot or wherever we like. We'll make them choose, us or them. Beat them up. Experience, obviously, is experience. Glow is your money value. If you build up your chain drive and lock an enemy down, you can actually recover some bond points, too, which is a nice strategy. Oh, so that was actually a little piece of equipment we got. So we can go to the equip here. And we will go to equip. Select one of our child. So our grappler is kind of our tank. He's probably got the most defense. So we'll give him a little bit more. And you can see the blue is for stat increases. Red will be a stat decrease. You can see that here. So obviously we don't want to do that. We also have the option of doing this team best equip. This will equip your little dudes with the best equipment available, which is very nice. This blue thing, blue is good, blue is down, green is out, so we'll skip this Oh, there's a lot of monsters. We'll skip those. The first time you go down the floor, you meet the boss monster. This dude, Asmodeus. He shows up and he's super pissed off. And you see a bunch of monsters. So Asmodeus is here and he's pissed off and emanating purple, and you're like, whoa, WTF, mate? Why is this dude all angry and pissed off? Boss lady's like, hey, you should probably not fight that because you're level 1 and total noob. And you being the protagonist is like, I got this. Naturally, this is going to end well. So let's see what we can do against him. Do we have skill? Nope, no skills unlocked yet because we're still total noobs. So we're going to beat him up from the weak point. He's going to Dude, stay away from my babies, man. I will murder you. Don't like him hitting my babies. Alright, so he is charging an attack. You can see right now where it says caution. Well, you can see hopefully glowing letters that say, it says caution. Take my word for it. If we attack him from those, we'll actually build our chain drive very quickly. So we should be able to hopefully lock him down. Which we didn't. And we get punched in the face for it. Whoops. We still should be okay. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna lock this fool down. So we've activated our chain drive. You can see he's got the red chains coming out of the floor. His turn didn't get pushed back because, again, we're not super high level enough. But we got one level of chain on him. Gonna take a second turn. Oh, a third turn. Go, go, go. Oh, crap. He's killed our babies. Can I bring those guys back to life? I cannot. I don't have a revival potion. That was some stellar playing on my part, but now he's dead, and we can do a little dance. Because we did the chain drive, we got some bonus experience, bonus money, and bonus bond points. Bonus points. That's crazy talk. Yeah, bonus bond points. So once we have all those, got a new skill. She got a frost spell, and our babies didn't get experience because they were dead. Don't let your babies be dead when you kill something. So we beat him! Yay! But he comes back to life, and our boss is like, "Hey, dumbass, we knew this was going to happen, but you didn't listen to us. That's why we tell you things like, don't fight him, run away." Now we get chewed out, but we are God's gift, so they can't stay too mad at us. Give us a second chance, and let us go back in. So we're back out of the dungeon. Our chances to talk to people have replenished. So let's go talk to more people. Stick with Narika. So let's see. Do we want to grab something to eat? Do we want to talk for a bit? Do we want to study together? She seems like the studious type. So we'll offer to study. And then we call her uptight. That probably was not the right choice. So she's got a student council meeting soon and has to go. So we can say, hey, let's ditch it. Let's not do that. That seems like the wrong choice. But then we see she waited for us. So we can either lend her a hand, make a donation, or help gather volunteers. So we'll gather volunteers. That seemed to cheer up a little bit. So hopefully we salvage that. We got 37 bond points. Talk to Ellie for a little bit. Talk to Chloe some. She kind of brushes us off. But now we have more than 100 bond points. So we can make another baby. So make a baby with Chloe. Mating ritual. Let's make some more magic damage. Magic damage can't go wrong with. There we go. Our baby is named. You might notice that they're getting the hair color from their mother. So let's go to the dorm room real quick. And make our damage line. So we're gonna switch these guys around. We have our gunslinger Get, our grappler Wrecked, and then we're gonna add in our magician Noob. So we have the line of Get Wrecked, Noob. You're welcome, internet. But we did just take out our cleric, which is probably not a good idea. So instead of going back into the dungeon to replenish our things, we can also rest. Heart meter's refilled. back to the academy. Let's talk to some more ladies. Hello, Fuko. So we just finished talking up with Fuko. Now let's talk to Narika. Let's see. Narika can only hang out with us part of the way, so we'll play nice with her. And then let's finish up by talking to Chloe. Galatz wants to go talk to her. We'll show up. Let's ask her if she's busy. She's a teacher. We should respect her time. Galatz wants us to carry comics. And she totally figures him out. So yeah, we're going to dime him out because, well, just because we can. And through the magic of editing, we have a bunch of new bond points. So we're going to make some more children. Let's see. Chloe's super pissed at us. So we'll make a child with Fuko. Touch my heart. Yes, again, totally okay to see. Oh, look, we got lucky and we actually had twins. So their stats look to be about the same, but we can make whatever we want. So let's make another gunslinger for some damage. Since we had twins, we'll name them Wingus. Twin boys. And let's see. Gunslinger and a magician. And of course, Wingus's twin has to be Dingus. Okay, so with those twins, we now have enough for 9 star children, which is something you're going to want to do fairly early on. So let's go back to our dorm room, and you see we have this third row unlocked here. We'll go down to Team Edit. And you see we have a recommended here. You can actually change and say, I want to have this, or form recommended teams. So let's see, change this to attack, change this to magic attack, and change this to defend. It'll deform its teams, and it'll put everything in its little recommended settings. Hop back in the labyrinth, and again we can switch up our heroine, make sure we're giving some equal experience to them. So we had Fuko originally, she's level 3 now. Let's go with Ellie. And you can see when we select the labyrinth, we have the option of going back to the first floor, or you can select whichever floor you'd like to. So here's Ellie's transformation. Transform! Ta-da! Ellie has a really high magic attack value, so she's one of those ones, once you level up, you can unlock some of the more magic-intensive classes. But you can see now we have all our little babies running around, the blue-haired grappler from Narika, and the gunslinger. So yeah, all the children inherit their mother's hair color. So you can see over there we have the little green-haired swordess from Ellie running around. And yeah, then we're back in dungeon crawling mode. So sometimes you'll find these little springs that you can recover life. We'll leave that alone for now in case we need it later. And we'll start fighting some monsters. So now that we have 3 full lines, you can see we have... You can see we have down here, all 4 of us are taking turns before this guy. And we have some skills now. No, we don't have skills because we just started off with Ellie. But now some of our magic babies have skills. So you'll notice they can occupy the same space as their parents, but you can't have it as the same spot as children. So they can't go over here, but they can go to the weak spot. So we'll do a magic attack and wreck them in the face. And we have another magic attack which we can use. So you can see there's a tactics tab here, and this is, again, how we can edit things. So we'll have everyone do save MP. Save MP is better than no skills because if someone's low, your cleric will actually heal you. You can speed up combat so it goes a little faster, and triangle will do full auto. So if this is more your speed, you want to get through some early dungeons or grind out some experience to level up your babies, this is a good way to kind of go on cruise control, but you want to keep an eye out because sometimes they can throw little curveballs your way. And if you're not paying attention, like I did one time, you will wind up with a very, very, very dead party. Oh, and I'll show you this Mech Unite. You'll see this is what we hit into a little earlier, where your children can turn into a giant battling death robot. This is very... Alright, this uses the base element that your children have, so that's why you want to have, you know, similar elements of kids on the same team, if that's your speed. But Mech Unite uses these bond points, so it's going to take, I think, 100 to turn them into this giant death mech. That, and the important thing to know is that these have their own life bar, so if you have a bunch of kids that are almost dead and you don't have the turns to heal them, you can Mech Unite them and they'll have this base attack. So do they have skills yet too? It does, yeah. So this also has its skills available, limited by the amount of mana we have. And as you can see, it totally wrecked that thing. Of course, it's a level 1 little bat, which hopefully wouldn't have given us much trouble. Normally, I just wanted to show you guys. Later dungeons, skills become applicable, and there's a lot of skills too. They're not just attack skills. There's buffs and debuffs, and it all depends on your party classes. Like there's a few classes that are like pure support, like a minstrel, which is like a bard class that plays songs to speak things. Oh, this is funny. So you see this little sad-looking guy right here? This means that we're actually too high a level, and the fight would be totally meaningless. So I can walk up to him and zap him in the face so he dies without having to go into combat, but we still get the experience from it, which is nice. You can see the where it says level up down there. That's that's kind of a quick and dirty way to power level any newborn babies you might have. If you like switch out a full line of them, you're going to be in trouble. Like if you have 3 level 1s in like a dungeon where monsters are level 15, if they take one hot shot at your kids, they're all gonna die. So you can take him out. Yeah, now that we have 3 sets of children, the first dungeon's pretty, this one's not gonna be super difficult for us. So you're free to grind through, level up as many babies as you want. Obviously, if you go through with 2, it's going to be a little bit harder for you. If you go through with 1, it's going to be really hard. But yeah, make sure you have a full set of babies early on for getting through this quickly, because you absolutely cannot get through the second dungeon without a full set of them. There's a couple more things in the demo. I don't want to go into them too much because I'll let you guys find out for yourself. But that's kind of how I would recommend starting out, and hopefully you learned a couple things or two. Conception 2 is coming out March 20th. Oh, sorry. The Conception 2 demo is coming out March 25th, which hopefully is today. And the game is going to be launching on April 15th, and we hope you guys enjoy it.